Welcome back, I'm Sean, and today we're checking out a really budget-friendly desktop soundbar from Edifier, and from a price and performance standpoint gives the Razer Leviathan V2X a run for its money. So let's check it out.
One look, the heat is rising, and I've been cold for so long. One touch and we're igniting, setting fire to it all. You know these flames ain't going out. This building is crumbling to the ground. Don't think that we can stop it now, 'cause baby our love is gonna burn it down. You know these flames ain't going out. This building.
So the Edifier MG250 today was sent over to me by Edifier for review, and this is not a sponsored post, and my review will be based on my honest and unbiased opinion. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any future tech reviews. So the speaker today retails for a really budget-friendly price of 109 Malaysian ringgit, which is around 25 US dollars. For a basic speaker with RGB and has pretty good specs overall, I think Edifier makes a fantastic alternative to speakers in this genre. So if you're interested in getting them, please check out my links in the description below. So to be honest, the Edifier design here has a more Hackettey gaming feeling to it, which makes it look a little bit more edgy than its Razer counterpart. Although both of these speakers are designed more towards the gaming genre, the Razer has a sleeker look when you have it around your desk. So the build quality of Edifier feels a lot more like it matches its price point better, with a lot more hard plastic materials going on. However, these are not cheapo plastics where you find on some of the earbuds case. So at the front of the speaker, you're going to get an Edifier logo, and this isn't some fancy looking logo, it's just a white font slapped in front of the speaker. And the main front grille here has this edgy gaming vibe to it, and I would think the mesh design of the Razer makes the speaker look a lot more mature, but I guess if your setup is a more, gaming RGB vibe, I think this will suit you better. So inside the front grille at the two corners here is two units of 2.5 watt full range speakers. So these are your full dynamic range that plays all the frequencies from the bass to mids to highs. There are no dedicated tweeter units or bass units, so these will do everything. So underneath the speaker is also a light bar where Edifier calls it a suspended light strip. It looks very good, and if you look straight onto it, it looks very modern and cool, if you can see that. But from a standard sitting angle with the soundbar below your line of sight, it's just going to be some moving lights on your desk. And apart from that, these are very basic speakers, and you do get a touch sensitive button control at the top here. So all these are not buttons, they are touch sensitive. But my problem is that they don't have very contrasty colors, so it's quite difficult to see which button you're trying to press, especially when it's at an angle. So if you look at the back, there are also no passive radiators at the back of this speaker, so you're fully relying on the two small speakers to generate some bass, and behind the speaker you're also going to get a built-in cable which cannot be detached. So you got to make sure that this cable doesn't get damaged, that no hamsters or anything is going to go chew on it, because if this breaks, you're pretty much going to change the whole speaker unit. And if you notice here, there are also no other input sources, so no HDMI, no 3.5mm jack, just a USB-A cable and also a Bluetooth connectivity for more straightforward basic connectivity. Again, this is a 100 ringgit soundbar, so the fact that it comes with Bluetooth and a simple plug and play cable is honestly quite sufficient. So the controls are very straightforward, and it's a touch-sensitive surface rather than some rubber buttons. So apart from it being hard to read, you get quite a comprehensive set of controls. So the power button also acts as an input source selector, so you can just single tap on this and it will switch between USB or Bluetooth. And you can also turn on or off the RGB and also change the color by triple tapping the RGB button. And below that is also your media controls for volume, play, pause, and track skipping. So in the middle of the control array is also a MEMS microphone for you to use this speaker as a mic, and this is one of the features that actually beat the Razer, because the Razer Leviathan V2X actually doesn't come with any built-in microphones. So volume-wise, if you plug the speaker in via the USB port, you can actually use them quite loud since you can really fine-tune the volume from your laptop itself. But let's look at it from a Bluetooth standpoint as well. So wired Bluetooth, I think a decent volume starts at only about 55%, and moving up to 100% feels only decently loud. Definitely sufficient for personal use, but it's really not the loudest speaker I've used. Wattage wise, these are not the highest as well at 2.5 watts per speaker driver, so I think that's what you get with the Bluetooth. So pushing it further, wired USB is good, but you won't get the most pristine sound quality, and it feels like you're just gonna burst the drivers if you continuously use them at very loud volumes. So the MG250 has a similar target audience as the Razer V2X, and I think these will mainly be used as plugged-in speakers because there is no battery in this unit. So you cannot use this as a wireless Bluetooth speaker. So the unit itself comes with a 1.5 meters long cable, so I think that if you have a very big and long desk and your CPU is far away, you may not have enough cable length, but most times I believe these will be plugged directly into the USB ports behind your monitor or your keyboard. So Bluetooth connectivity wise, you're going to get a modern Bluetooth 5.3 chipset, and it supports SBC codec, which is the same as the Bluetooth 5.0 on the Razer. So again, although you can connect it to your PC and also via Bluetooth, you can only use one input source at a time. But I was thinking that you can use this like a multi-point connectivity where you have your USB plugged to your PC and you have it connected to Bluetooth and you can just switch between them. But unfortunately, once you switch the source from Bluetooth to USB, the connection to Bluetooth immediately breaks. So as shared earlier, another feature that the Edifier has which the Razer doesn't have is a built-in microphone. And I think Razer's proposition is so that you can buy one of Razer's microphones, so to go along with your setup. So I think it makes sense from Razer's perspective to not include a microphone in their soundbar. So the Edifier Connect app for the MG250 is very simple, and it's mainly for you to play around with the lighting source. So in the homepage here, you're going to see a picture of your new speaker, and below that you're going to get to change the sound profile. I don't think this is an EQ control since they sound the same as I swap between them, so I think it's mainly for the latency performance. And you can also adjust the volume as well as your media here. So in the next page, you're also going to get an RGB control here, which includes the brightness and also the tree lighting effects, which honestly you can also do by triple tapping on the RGB button on the speaker itself. So under the settings at the top right, you can also change the input source, and that's pretty much it. So I think the sound signature of the MG250 is very decent, considering that this is a soundbar without a subwoofer, so you need to set your expectations right. So this speaker has two full range drivers with no additional passive radiators, which means bass-wise it's going to be quite flat, but you still get a basic listening experience, just nothing too fancy or powerful. So I would imagine that this isn't the sound signature that most gamers would want from their gaming rig. Of course, you want a subwoofer setup for maximum bass toms, but for the price, it's honestly not too bad. So mids here is also good with clear vocals and no hints of recess, which is nice. And I actually feel this speaker is a great music speaker. Accompanied by the passable highs, I think you're not getting absolute crispiness here with the highs, but it does its job decently well and gives you a complete experience. So I still think the Razer V2X has a better sound signature. At 4.5 times the price, I think Edifier is not too far behind performance-wise. So this is a test to see if the Edifier MG250 is a good speaker for making phone calls. So this is me speaking in a relatively quiet environment, and this is the call quality that you can expect. So what I'm going to do now is turn on a simulated background noise so you can hear a difference. So now there's a simulated background noise playing in the background, and this is the call quality that you can expect from this speaker. So what do you think of the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below. So when using this for gaming via cable, I think this works really well with no latency at all since it's direct connection to your computer. So using it via Bluetooth, I'm not too sure if the settings in the app will switch between gaming mode or movie mode, but in Bluetooth mode, there is definitely a noticeable delay when gaming, so probably cable is still the best option for gaming. So anyways, let's take a look at the latency performance via Bluetooth for this speaker. So all in all, a fantastic value soundbar for your starter gaming setup. I think this works really well, especially if you have a gaming desk setup and you don't want satellite speakers to complicate the look, or maybe your desk doesn't have the real estate. Using this with a laptop feels a little weird since I don't know where to exactly put this, so this is definitely a speaker for your gaming PC setup. And for 25 bucks, this is quite a steal. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash the thumbs up button, share this video everywhere, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.